Now, we're going to go to the finger chart on the menu bar at the top. If you have someone in the home at this time that knows how to home row keyboard, they are the ideal person to help your student. If no one knows, then we have to all study the finger chart. As this video states, it says, before you begin to learn to touch type, it is best to master typing with 10 fingers. If you already know how to type with 10 fingers, you can skip this step. But I'm going to start with this step so that we all get a refresher. Let's go way to the bottom of the chart. And let's talk about the benefits of typing. Touch typing is the act of typing quickly using your sight to determine the keys. It also refers to using all 10 fingers without removing them from the keyboard, but rather sliding them. This makes for efficient and fast typing skills, and many offices even require employees to have touch typing skills. Whereas people who cannot touch type write up to 35 words per minute, people who can touch type can type up to 65 words per minute. In this time-saving, efficient world, it is easy to see why touch typing is so valued. Now, in this program, we also have keyboard games, we have practice sets, but let's learn more about touch typing here. In this first column, it says, today, almost all over the world, the age of computers and technology prevails. Therefore, in our digital world, touch typing has become necessary. Many people, including employees, businessmen, students, teachers, scientists, all use computers on a daily basis. Everything has started to revolve around computers, even communication. This is why touch typing becomes imperative for everybody. It allows you to type faster, easier, and without effort. There are benefits to typing. Let's go to the last column here. It says touch typing also has health benefits. It allows typists to keep their spine straight, their wrists easy, and overall posture relaxed and easy, reducing the risk of health problems that come when you hunch over your keyboard for too long. There is a vast use of touch typing in today's world, and time and no one goes without having to use computers, so people of all ages and occupations can benefit from playing keyboard games for kids. So no matter if you're a child or an adult, this program is for you. It is never too early or too late to learn how to touch type, and this is one skill that will always be of use for you. So why not learn it and learn it right? As you can see in this first diagram, there's an A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, and semicolon. This is considered home row. They call this a QWERTY computer keyboard because up in the left-hand side, the letters start with QWERTY, Q-W-E-R-T-Y. This is a QWERTY keyboard. Most keyboards today in the United States are QWERTY keyboards. There are special keys that are hidden amongst this, but that is for a later study. This bottom row right here is called the space bar. It is used quite often. And then over here to the right and to the left, you have the shift keys. Shift keys are used to make capitals instead of smaller case letters. Now, we already read step 1, so let's move on to step 2, the important rules for touch typing. We must sit straight and remember to keep your back straight. To stop looking at your fingers is probably the most difficult thing, but you will never learn otherwise. Now, initially you will look at your fingers. After a while, you will only need to look at the screen. You won't need to look at your fingers to type because your fingers will know where the keys are through the process of memorization. Your fingers are not your eyes and should remember the key order. When your fingers get used to it, you will tend to type much faster because your fingers have memorized where the keys are. Use the correct fingers and keep your fingers in the base position. Base position is where your pinky is on the A. See his pinky? It is on the A. His next finger is on the S. Then you have the D and then the F. So let's try that right now. Laying our fingers on the A, S, D, F with the use of the left hand. With your right hand, you're going to place your pointer finger on the J. Next will be K, L, and semicolon consecutively, as you can see his hand here. Thumbs are used for the space bar, and you may choose either thumb to hit the space bar. Use the thumb or only one thumb if it's convenient. Whichever thumb is better easily used with whichever hand while typing. And you will notice at times you will use one thumb and at times you may use the other thumb. This is okay. So here are our home row keys. Anytime you need to refer back to this, remember it's kidstype.com and then go to finger chart on the menu bar. And that brings you to this page. Now let's go back down again. As you can see, the letters have been written on the hands. J, K, L, semicolon, A, S, D, F. Later on, this F key finger will also reach up for the R, or down to the V, or over to the B, or to the G, or to the T. Eventually, this F key finger, the pointer finger, will do several different keys. They will have several different, the F key finger will have several different jobs and reach around. Now let's scroll down. As you can see again, without the keyboard, this is where your fingers are placed. Keys which are located in the middle row of the letter key. See? The G key is for the left hand index and the H key for the right hand index. See this? So we have the F with the pointer finger, but it's going to reach over to the G. We have the J. The J finger is going to reach over to the H. Now your practices initially will be basically with home row. Then the practices get more difficult and may reach up to the Y or up to the U or the I or the O or the P. As you can see, QWERT, E, these are all reaching up. See how he reached up to get Q, W, E, R, T, Y, U, I, O, P? But those reaching ups mean you come back down to home row. You reach up there, use the key, and come right back to where your fingers are supposed to be on this home row. Now, scrolling down, we see again, our fingers also reach down, not only up, but they reach down to these keys. But again, you're only going to reach down with that one finger that needs that key. Then you're going to go consecutively right back up to home row. So, an example of this would be if you had to hit the V, you wouldn't reach all your fingers down to the lower level. You would only reach the F key down to the V key, hit the V, and then go right back to the F where the F is. So you're only reaching down, hitting it, and going back. Now, your bottom row keys are there. And as you can see, they've pretty much explained what the keys are. Your finger motions. Don't look at the keys when you type. Just slide your fingers around until they find home row marking. There is a tab. When you point your two fingers straight out in front of you, there is a tab on the J and the F key. So these two fingers, the J and the F key, have a nub on each key, so you can find out where these two, which help you to find home row. Please show the nub on the key, feel for it, and you will know where it's at on the J and the F key. So, limit your hand and your finger movement only to what is necessary to a specific key. Pay attention to the ring finger and the little finger since they are consecutively underdeveloped. If you press the last key, a letter or punctuation mark of your left hand, then use your thumb to press a spacebar and vice